At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We're the Skinner brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time, and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Welcome into the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here at Martinsburg High School, getting you ready for EPAC girls basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. It's the Martinsburg Bulldogs hosting the Jefferson Cougars. Here tonight, the 7-2 Martinsburg Bulldogs against the 0-9 Jefferson Cougars. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Our TV 10 cameraman tonight, Aiden Sensabaugh. Back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin here on the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Nick, Martinsburg 3-0 in the EPAC so far this year, 7-2 overall on the season. Recently had a loss to Lincoln for that second loss on the season. Tough team, has their top scorer committed to Glenville State, as Coach Fitzpatrick was telling me before the game. And it was a tough game for them because they had played 3 games in 3 days. And that was part of the reason that they moved this game. This game was originally scheduled for tomorrow, but Jefferson and Martinsburg and Washington as well will all be going down to St. Albans this weekend, play a weekend tournament. So they didn't want to play 3 games in 3 days again. So that's why this game's been moved to Wednesday. But again, 3-0 on the season in the conference is Martinsburg, including with a 50-25 win that they got against Jefferson earlier this year. They've been successful so far this season. Jefferson on the other end of the spectrum, 0-9, yet to have a win.
Yeah, I think that score that you reported there earlier, Dylan, in the season shows the difference between this year and last year with the Jefferson Cougars and with the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Of course, last year they had that game at Jefferson that went to overtime and was really exciting. And these two teams were very evenly matched a year ago. This season, not the case. Jefferson's lost a lot of its star power from last year. Mackenzie Brezovic, one of the best point guards in the Eastern Panhandle, she graduates. So it's kind of been a team that, since their state tournament appearance, has lost a bit of momentum over the last few seasons, but has shown some competitiveness over the last few games, has been able to, at least score in the 40s pretty commonly, but haven't really played too close. Coach David Smith has a young group, so we'll see how they continue to develop. On the Martinsburg side, it's a veteran team, so this is really to be expected for them to be having the season that they're having. But at times they don't quite play the way you would expect with some of the skill that they do have on their team, some of the height that they have. It seems like they don't always use that to their advantage. So if Jefferson can come out, play some tough zone defense, because that's given Martinsburg a lot of issues, the zone defense. I think that would be my strategy, especially when you're undersized like the Cougars are tonight. And force Martinsburg to take and make a lot of threes. You really never know what could happen. So while the records may not show it, in the first time around it wasn't very competitive, you would imagine Jefferson's gotten a little bit better since then, since they are a very young team, and maybe they can do some things here tonight to throw off Martinsburg's game. But overall, the Bulldogs got to be happy with how the season's gone and where this program was 2 years ago with just one win on the year to where they are now, nearly at their win total from last season. It's been a ton of growth for Coach Fitzpatrick and the program.
Right, he's coming here in his second season, and he had his daughter Kyla Fitzpatrick in here last year. And, she was a senior, only had one season with the Bulldogs, and we thought, perhaps some of that success could be chalked up to having her as that playmaker on the wing with some size, some length, athleticism. But without Kyla, they've still done pretty well for themselves. And, of course, you can chalk up some of that to having some size that other teams don't know, can't necessarily match. And Fitzpatrick, talks a lot about the team's defense as well, and you can chalk some of that up to the height. 6'5" Cadence Bradley, 6'1" Addie Strovel off the bench, Serenity Ritchie 6 foot in the starting lineup as well, and that's just size that not everyone can match up with. And you'll hear that from Coach Damon Smith as part of our pregame interviews with him, and that's just not something that you can really practice. You can try your best, but until you actually get out there against someone that's 6'5", it's hard to replicate that. It's this, same sort of thing as, in football, playing against a fast quarterback. If you don't have someone that can replicate that, you do your best in practice, but when you see the real thing, it's a little different.
I mean, you can't coach height. Yep. It's just what it is when it comes to that. It does seem like, to me, though, Martinsburg doesn't always use that height to their advantage. Yep. So, yes, they have the height, and obviously that's going to help, in terms of rebounding and stuff like that. But post play sometimes is lacking for the Bulldogs. They don't use their post play as much as I feel like they could. But the other thing that I think has helped this team a ton is the leadership and the fact that they're a veteran team. 6 seniors on the team. Most of them get significant playing time. So with all that being said, this team has been around. Even some of their underclassmen saw a lot of playing time last year, like Addie Strovel, Tiana Santa Maria. So this group has played a lot of basketball and has played a lot of basketball together. So that's something that they have an advantage over a lot of teams in the Eastern Panhandle, because for the most part, it's pretty young teams. Even a team like Musselman, who's playing good basketball, hasn't had that group together that long. So besides really Washington, everybody's pretty inexperienced this year. And then Martinsburg, coming in with the 6 seniors, arguably has the most experience. So I think that helps a lot, and that's part of the reason why Martinsburg's been so good in the conference. But also, they have yet to see the Musselmans and the Washingtons. So it's hard to tell exactly how good they are.
Yep, those conference games have only been against Jefferson, Spring Mills, and Hedgesville, who have all had their struggles this year.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell from that perspective how good they are, but wins are wins, and that's what Martinsburg's been racking up this year.
Well, that will take our first break here on the countdown to tip-off. When we come back, we'll get our coaches' interviews. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with more EPAC girls basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Welcome back to the Parsons 4 Countdown to Tip-Off here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Let's get you our coaches' interviews here as we get ready for Jefferson versus Martinsburg and EPAC girls basketball. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, Rock's, fast, fresh, and friendly. Get you our coaches' interviews with both Damon Smith and Ronnie Fitzpatrick. We'll start off with Coach Smith of Jefferson.
Here with Coach Smith, the Jefferson Cougars coach. So you guys are coming in here playing Martinsburg for the second time this year, this time at their place. What did you take away from the first game against the Bulldogs that you want to improve on for this time around?
This time around, I want us to actually play a lot more aggressive offensively and defensively. I thought we did that in the first quarter of the game last time, and then in the last quarter of the game. So we got to put everything together. Like right there in the second quarter and the third quarter, we pretty much like faded away and started getting our heads down. I want us to keep our heads up and just play through any type of adversity.
Obviously, you guys have had a little bit of a tough time this season, but as the season's progressed, what do you think has been something that you have seen some improvement on, from the first game of the year until now?
I think we play with a little bit more heart than what we did at the beginning. Like I said before, we used to get our heads down. If something starts going wrong, we get our heads down. I think we're back to picking our heads back up and we're fighting through adversity a little bit more. And that's what I'm most proud for them about. But we still got a long way to go.
So when it comes to things like that, where you're just kind of referring to, what do you think are still some of the main things that you wanted to see your team improve on?
We got to eliminate the turnovers. We turn the ball over way too much, and also we got to get back on defense. If we're not getting the rebound, I need my guards to get back. We give up way too many transition points, I think. So turnovers and stopping, eliminating so many transition points, I think that'll help us in the long run.
It's a Martinsburg team that has a lot of size to it, and Cadence Bradley, Serenity Ritchie. What do you focus on when you're going up against a team that has that sort of size to try to counteract it?
A lot of boxing out. Like trying to, pack the paint, see how much they can shoot from the outside, but it's going to be tough. I mean, Cadence is 6'5", I think. So, I mean, I think my tallest girl, it might be 6 foot. So it's going to be tough all around, but we just got to play physical and do a lot of boxing out.
If there is just one thing that you want to key on tonight against the Bulldogs, what do you think it'd be?
Pressure the ball. Well, yeah, pressure the ball. I want to get back to our old style of playing like I've done it the past few years and get back to pressuring the ball a lot more. So if we can do that and do that consistently and create some turnovers, I think we'd be all right.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, here with Coach Fitzpatrick of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach, got 7-2 on the season so far, 3-0 in EPAC play. You guys have Jefferson tonight for the second time. You guys were able to get the win over them in the first game. What did you take away from that first game that you want to carry over into tonight when you face them again?
Well, I think the first game we were able to kind of set the tempo on defense. That's our cornerstone, and we were able to get after them a little bit, force some turnovers. We had quite a few deflections, which helped us get some easy baskets, and it's kind of, what we want to be able to do every game.
Overall, with the success you guys have had so far, again, undefeated in the EPAC, 7-2, what do you think have been the strong points for your team overall?
Well, and I know I sound like a broken record. I say it every week, and you're probably tired of hearing it. But it's our defense. Sometimes you come to the gym and your shot's off. Sometimes, some of the things that you've worked on aren't working. But the effort that you give on defense sets the tone, and it gives us the ability to play a whole game, 4 quarters. And that's what I want us to do every game, day in and day out. We can come in, we can play good sound defense, we can move our feet, we can force our opponents to not be able to get to some of the things that they want to get to, and it helps us to give us a good opportunity. That's what we've been able to do so far. Tonight's going to be a tough one. Jefferson's going to improve. Damon always has them ready. I'm sure they're going to make some tweaks. We've kind of adjusted some things as well. So hopefully we come out on top.
The size that your team has is obviously a big advantage, and it's something that every team, they can't really practice against. How much has that been an advantage for you guys, you think?
Well, of course, it's great having a girl 6'5", having another girl 6 foot, having another girl 6'1". It's great having that. But part of it too is teams know that. So they practice, they prep. They're getting double team, triple team down there sometimes. So it's being smart with the ball. Controlling the ball, making sure that we can take care of it. One of my little notes downstairs is take care of the baby tonight. So and the baby's the ball. So I'm sure Jefferson's going to have a good game plan to stop some of our things that we can do inside with our size, and hopefully we've got good counters for it.
Obviously, with the success you guys have had so far, there's still room for improvement. Where do you think those areas are that you think you guys can still improve on?
Well, and we talk about defense. We still haven't played a completely full game with good defensive intensity from start to finish, so we can improve there. Offensively, we had a 3-game streak where we kept our turnovers under 12. Last game they were up a little higher than that, so that's always extremely important to make sure we take care of the ball. And then my guards are younger, but they're learning and developing. We've got some newer girls here too, so they're kind of learning my system. So it's really everything that we can kind of improve on. I know that's cliche, and I know everybody kind of says that, but it's really the truth. So if we can play a full game defensively, if we can be good sound on offense, take care of the baby, and run some of our sets, I think we'll be fine.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for always having me.
All right, thanks to Coach Smith and Coach Fitzpatrick for their time. And this coach's interview is brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. Let's take a 2-minute break. We come back, get some keys of the game, starting lineups before we get started here between Martinsburg and Jefferson. This is EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rox Rewards.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back to the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Just a couple minutes away from Martinsburg versus Jefferson in girls basketball here in the EPAC. Dylan Bishop and Nick Ferzolini here. And we'll get you our keys to the game, brought to you by the Dutch Miller Auto Group. The key to your next car is at the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. Nick Ferzolini, what are your keys to this matchup here between Martinsburg and Jefferson?
Well, I touched on a little bit with Jefferson. I think they should try to zone defense because of the mismatch that you're going to have on offense and the fact that it seems like every time we see Martinsburg struggle, it's been against the zone. Now, Hedgesville ran that zone, and, of course, Martinsburg, once they had their lead late, was able to hold the ball there toward the end and really dribble out the clock, and that led to a problem for Hedgesville. But it also held Martinsburg in the 20s and the 30s for the majority of the game. So if you can do that, I think you have possibly a shot to pull off an upset tonight. Also for Jefferson, I think another key for them would be aware of the press and keep your turnovers down. Martinsburg loves the press; they love to get outrun, and really the strength of this team is their defense. So if they're using their defense to lead the easy offense, it's going to make things tough for Jefferson tonight. On the Martinsburg side, I think shot selection's been really important for them. At times, they get into these sets offensively where they're consistently, taking bad shots and not really executing any real offense. So when they're at their best is when they're able to get out and run. But if you can't get out and run, you got to execute in the half court. You got to be able to take good shots, and that's just going to increase your chances of making those shots. So that's really important for Martinsburg. Other than that, I think they should be all right tonight. They have the size advantage. They have probably the talent advantage overall. But Jefferson seems to be getting a little bit better. They already played this game earlier this year, so we'll see how things play out.
Well, let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break for the national anthem. We'll be back. We'll get you starting lineups and tip-off. This is Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Look and feel your best this year. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery Martinsburg offers a variety of procedures to enhance your appearance. Board certified by the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, Dr. Jack Gelman specializes in tummy tucks, breast augmentation and lifts, liposuction, body contouring, arm and thigh lifts, Botox, and filler injections. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery. Financing options are available. Call 304-350-3274.
Kick off the new year in a new Chevy from CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of new Chevy models on our lot. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Or check out a new 2024 Equinox and save up to $3,500 off MSRP. And did we mention every new car comes with Chevy Complete Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty? Find new roads at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, Promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for state senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Here comes the opening tip-off here between Jefferson and Martinsburg here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Opening tip-off brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. The opening tip-off goes to Martinsburg. We'll get a tie-up right off the bat. Get to our starting lineup since we weren't able to in the pregame. Starting lineups brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or phone 304-263-4343 as Jefferson steps out of bounds going the other way. Jefferson's starting lineup is number 1, Cameron Sampson, number 11, Jasmine Taylor, number 12, Sylvia Prout, number 15, Grace Dodson, number 21, Dalen Hoyler. Martinsburg, it's number 14, Haley Martin, number 20, Chloe Irving, number 21, Tiana Santabria, number 34, Keynes Bradley, number 42, Serenity Ritchie. The other end of the court here, Martinsburg. Martin's trapped in the corner. It's a steal for Jefferson. They're coming out on the fast break. Going down. Layup is up and no good by Taylor. Jefferson gets the rebound, though. They're going to start out top of the key. Here's a shot from Dodson. Three-pointer is good. Grace Dodson, junior, for the first 3 points of the night.
Well, Grace Dodson, Jasmine Taylor, the two veterans on this Jefferson team, and both of them getting some good looks there early.
The other end, Bradley at the free throw line. Dumps it to Irving at the right block. She throws up a shot and is fouled. They're going to get Hoyler for that one, I believe. Yes, they will. It's the first foul on either side tonight. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for you on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. A 3-0 lead. Just 58 seconds into this one. Chloe Irving's first free throw is no good. The Bulldogs' lead stays at 3. Irving gets the ball from the official for her second free throw. Jim goes quiet. Give her focus, but 0 for 2 she goes. Rebounded by Hoyler. She tries to get that one out. Gets it over to Dodson. Comes Jefferson. Full court pressure, and they finally do. Up across. Prout over to Taylor. Taylor takes it under the basket, passes it out. The shot from Cameron Sampson is good. It's a 5-0 start for Jefferson. The 0-9 Cougars against the 7-2 Bulldogs, but it's Jefferson out to an early, fast start.
Yeah, I mean, you got to like what a lot of the things from Jefferson here early on. Nice drive and kick out. They're in their 3-2 zone.
Martin in the corner, then to the block for Bradley. She bobbles it. And then the attempt at the steal or the jump ball is a foul. They're going to call that on Prout. So it's already 2 early quick fouls against Jefferson.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, if Bradley gets it on the block, they got a double in the post.
Martin with the inbound to Chloe Irving on the right wing. They dump it into the right block for Bradley. Backs down, spins, and gets it to go off the glass. 2 points for Cadence Bradley.
That's the thing. If you double, or if you don't double, it's going to be too easy. But if you double and go for a steal, you might get called for a foul. So, kind of pick your poison there. But if Cadence Bradley catches it, which it's going to be tough for her to not get positioning, I feel like, against this Jefferson team. And it's one-on-one. It's going to be 2 points all night for Martinsburg, just because of the height difference.
Blocking foul was called on Serenity Ritchie early in the possession as they broke the press. Jefferson with a shot, missed, rebounded by Ritchie. And we're going to get a jump ball after the rebound. But possession stays with the Bulldogs.
I believe that's already 3 jump balls, Dylan.
I think so. 3 fouls total also A lot of whistles here so far early. Inbound is stolen, turnover by the Bulldogs, and then perhaps one right back. And we're going to whistle as the ball was loose. Going to call that foul on.
I think it was on Taylor.
Yep, number 11. Jasmine Taylor for Jefferson. So it's already 3 team fouls against the Cougars. Martin inbounds it to Ritchie. Looking for somewhere to go with it against the pressure. Gets it to Santabria. She gets it across half court. Now takes it over to the corner. They'll swing the ball around. Ritchie at the top of the key now. Guarded by Dodson in the 3-2 zone. Excuse me. Martin now for Santabria. Trying to find a lane open. They'll go corner. 3 from Ritchie. No good. Rebounded by Martin. Falls down. Ball's on the floor. Martin ends up with it. Gets it back to Ritchie. Ritchie will drive in now. Floater from inside. The paint. No good. Rebounded by Irving. And now her putback results in a foul.
Yeah, it is a little bit interesting that they went 3-2 instead of 2-3. You would think with the height difference, you would want to put more players in the paint, but maybe they just feel more comfortable running the 3-2. Maybe they feel like they execute that a little bit better, so that could be the reasoning behind that as well.
So it's already 2 fouls against Dalen Hoyler as the first free throw from Irving goes in. Makes it 5-3.
I suppose as well the 3-2 would allow you to trap in the post from a guard and possibly get a steal. Opposed to 2-3, that'd be a little bit more difficult to do that.
Devin Gordon checks in. The second free throw from Irving is good, so make it 5-4. 5:12 left in the first quarter. Jefferson brings the ball up. Oh, a turnover. As Dodson started going up the court. And Taylor was passing it to where Dodson was rather than where she was going. So the Bulldogs will take possession back. First quarter on TV 10 brought to you in part by Brown Funeral Homes and the Cremations. Robert Fields & Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson, proudly serving our area since 1880. Martinsburg tries to get the ball inside to Bradley. Ball ends up on the ground. Chloe Irving picks it up, puts up a shot, misses, but there's the putback and 2 points for Bradley. 6'5" makes it easy to get some rebounds down there. 4 points for Bradley. 6'5" Bulldogs.
It was a good job initially by Devin Gordon to front the post, but then once the ball did get inside and it kind of ended up in Bradley's hands, Gordon didn't stick with the play very well. So she initially, before she fell down, did a pretty good job of fronting Bradley, but then didn't stay with the play.
Sampson with the ball in the corner, drives, kicks. Dodson, floater, no good. Rebounded by Ritchie. Martin will get it out. Here comes a fast break. Martin over to Santabria. Left-handed layup, and she gets fouled.
And that's on Taylor again, so.
It's 2 on Taylor.
Yeah, she's so fast. So it was a good pass by Martinsburg to, Santabria down the court, but Taylor recovers really well. She's one of the fastest players in the state, with her track and field success, so. You definitely want her in the game if you're Jefferson.
First free throw from Santabria is good. Make it 7-5 Bulldogs.
Yeah, Coach Smith's still going to let her play through it, but if Jasmine Taylor picks up a third, you'd have to take her out. And for Jefferson to have a chance, I feel like they need her and Dodson to be on their A-plus game probably tonight.
Second one good from Santabria as well. Brooke Allen checks in for Hoyler. Get it up the court. Trying to break the press of Martinsburg. Dodson near the timeline. Gets it across to Sampson. Sampson tries to throw it. Throws it right into Santabria. She passes over to Ritchie. Now to Irving. And that's no good from Irving. Popping out with the ball is Sampson. Now she'll try to start a fast break of her own. Goes against Bradley. Too strong on the layup. Almost rebound by Martinsburg. Ball ends up on the ground and rolls out of bounds. It'll be Martinsburg ball.
And the line change coming in for Martinsburg. But Jefferson has to be more crisp with their passes, especially against this long, athletic Martinsburg defense. Second unit, they're a little bit smaller, but they still have a lot of length and speed in the second unit. But that first unit, there's so much length out there, and that's what makes them such a good defensive team is it's hard to find room in the passing lane. So you got to make crisp passes.
Up top with the ball is Gideon. Gets it over to Underwood. Now over to Green. Now Nelson. Throw in Addie Strovel, and that's your new 5 for the Bulldogs. Passing it around the perimeter. Gets a screen, does Green from Nelson. Ball pops away, though. It's a steal for Jefferson. On the floor with it is Skylar Robinson. Ball on the ground again. Devin Gordon ends up with it, keeping it with Jefferson, but she travels.
What an unusual sequence of events that was there, Dylan. But ball's loose. Kind of pops out into the hands of the Cougars, and they end up getting a good look from Gordon. Unfortunately, though, she kind of hesitated and traveled. But Jefferson doing a good job of not letting the ball into the high post.
Green has the ball, right wing, passes over, right corner. Kayla Nelson, 3, no good. Rebounded by Ava Underwood. They'll get it out to Green. Oh, too far over the head of Green. It ends up a backcourt violation.
Quickly, Taylor's going to come back in here, but even with the 2 fouls, they get her back into the game.
I just feel like they need her out there.
And, I mean, that makes sense. Like I said, her speed, her athleticism matches up pretty well with the Bulldogs.
She tries to get into the lane. The jump ball is called. She drove in, picked up her dribble.
Yeah, was looking for a foul. She didn't really get it, but she did get a jump ball, so we'll stay with the Cougars.
Sampson will inbound for the Cougars. Looks inside. Allen, shot, no good. Rebound by Underwood. And they'll call a loose ball foul against Gordon.
It is the 5th team on
That's what
Jefferson.
I was thinking.
But they're not shooting free throws.
They'll call a push underneath. I believe that's the call. Officials are having a discussion. Cougars will inbound.
Unless I'm missing something, shouldn't we have been in the bonus?
I thought the same thing, Nick. I don't know.
Because it wasn't player control. So
yeah, Taylor's shot is a miss, rebounded by Strovel. Ball ends up going out of bounds after the pass. It'll go right back to Jefferson. I also have 6 fouls down for Jefferson, Nick.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah. Skylar Robinson on the left wing gets it to Taylor. Now back to Robinson. Go to Cameron Sampson. Now Brooke Allen travels as she tried to maneuver around, picked up the pivot foot. We had a foul in there against Jordan Green, according to Colin back at the studio. So it wasn't against Jefferson.
Ah, okay. It definitely looked like Devin Gordon got it.
On the other end here, get the ball to Anaya Gideon in the left corner, but it's blocked by Brooke Allen. Goes out of bounds on the baseline, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Jordan Green inbounds, gets it out to 3-point range to Gideon. Now Nelson in the corner. Nelson drives in, left-handed layup, no good. Rebounded by Strovel. Her putback's no good. Ends up in the hands of Allen for the rebound, and couldn't quite get that open look in transition to Robinson. She ends up with the ball, but gets blocked. Big-time rejection by Ava Underwood. With that, we'll see the starters go back in for Martinsburg.
Well, I was starting to write down that Brooke Allen had a nice block for a possible rejection of the game, but then Ava Underwood, who's won it before, comes in with a bigger block. So
one-upped her pretty much right away.
Yeah, sorry, Brooke. Scratch that one.
Ball stays with Jefferson. Sampson tries to get the ball into Allen. She goes to the ground with it. Chloe Irving gets her hands in there, causes a jump ball. 1:28 left in the first quarter, still 8-5 Bulldogs. Jefferson with it, top of the key, long three from Jasmine Taylor, no good. Rebounded by Gordon, but blocked from behind by Bradley. Ends up going out of bounds. So another baseline out of bounds play for the Cougars. They're getting plenty of reps at this one. Inbounded to Dodson. She dribbles around, finds a lane, tries a floater from the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Bradley. Get it to Irving. Irving pushing the pace a little bit. Santabria, now Bradley. Back to Santabria, around the right block, puts up a shot, no good. Irving tries to get in there for the rebound. She can't. Allen ends up with it, so it goes back to Jefferson. 52 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes Dodson. Finally gets it across half court. Jasmine Taylor has it now, tries to drive in the lane, puts a shot up, and good with the right hand. First 2 points of the night for Jasmine Taylor. The senior makes it a 1-point game.
Yeah, that's what Taylor can do, especially when she gets into the lane. She has, good moves around the basket to finish those layups. So,
22 seconds left. Bradley, three-pointer from the wing is good. Cadence Bradley, 7 points. Makes it 11-7 Martinsburg. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Jefferson's got to get the ball across. They do. Gordon gets it across. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Floater blocked by Bradley. 3 seconds left. Martin, can she put a shot up? She cannot put one up before the quarter ends. Our first quarter was also brought to you by CMA's Honda of Winchester at 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. And at the end of the quarter, it's 11-7 Martinsburg. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with more EPAC girls basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time, and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
1 quarter down, 3 to go here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. The Bulldogs lead the Cougars in EPAC girls basketball 11-7. And Martinsburg looking to improve to 8-2. Jefferson trying to get their first win on the season, currently at 0-9. Chloe Irvin with the ball. Now to Ritchie, to Martin, left corner. That ball's no good, but it's rebounded by Bradley. And the size of Cadence Bradley has just proven to be too much for Jefferson so far. She's got 9 points. 13-7 Bulldogs.
It seems like almost a different Cadence Bradley to me. Like we're seeing a lot more intensity, I feel like, from her.
About to prove something tonight, perhaps. Haley Martin open from three-point range, decides at the last second. She wanted to try to pass it in to Bradley, but a little too much on the pass.
Like, she's a good player, don't get me wrong. Like, we've seen some good games from her, but she's getting a lot of blocks. It could just be that, she has that height advantage, but that was a really good post move earlier for the basket. There's another
Sampson
block, I think.
She at least contested the shot where Sampson couldn't make it. Rebounded by Martinsburg. They come out on the other end. Haley Martin. Bradley gets the ball. Top of the key, 3. No good. Rebounded by Allen.
I think if they would have got that pass to her a few moments ago, she was going to dunk it. Tana jam in the paint.
Jefferson with the ball. Grace Dodson guarded it closely as the zone creeps in. And as she got close to the corner, Coach Damon Smith wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him for 30 seconds. 6:35 left in the second quarter. It's 13-7 Martinsburg over Jefferson. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
6:35 left in the second quarter. 13-7 is our score. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 for Martinsburg versus Jefferson. Our cameraman on TV 10 is Aiden Sensabaugh, and back at the studio, who you'll hear from at halftime and postgame, is Colin McLaughlin. Nick, so far so good for Martinsburg and trying to continue their success here in the EPAC.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a slow start, but they're pulling away here, and when they've been able to get it to Bradley inside, she's been pretty dominant. Definitely, having a really good game with 9 of the 13 points. Jefferson's still hanging around, and
the ball's on the floor for Jefferson. It ends up a turnover. Chloe Irving gets to the hoop and is fouled on her way up.
Just good hustle on both ends, but Martinsburg wanted it a little bit more, it seemed like.
Irving with 2 points so far, both of them coming at the free throw line. A chance for 2 more. His first foul on Grace Dodson there. Irving's first shot is no good. Hits the back of the rim and then the front. And rolls off. Kind of hit the dead spot of the back of the rim, it seemed like. Still couldn't get the roll on it. Second shot from Irving. In the air. And good. 3 on the night for Chloe Irving. One of the 6 seniors on this Martinsburg squad. Makes it 14-7. And Irving will get the steal on the other end. The pressure gets to Jefferson. Makes the pass to Santa Maria. Poked away by Jefferson out of bounds.
I don't know if Santa Maria needed that dribble. Maybe she would have went up. She had enough room to possibly get her steps in for the layup.
Bradley checks out. Strovel checks in. They'll inbound it to Strovel, and she can't quite get the shot to go in. Martinsburg gets a rebound, though. Get it back to Strovel, and she hits it off the glass and in. 2 points for Addie Strovel. Makes it 16-7. 5:52 left until halftime. Dodson gets it across to Sampson. Sampson over to Brooke Allen. Long 2-pointer is no good. Irving just about gets the rebound, but then lets it hit off of her hands and go out of bounds, so it'll stay with Jefferson. Ava Underwood will check in for Irving.
Well, the thing with the press is it's not always about getting steals. Sometimes it's just about speeding up the tempo, and it's speeding Jefferson up quite a bit. And I think when they do cross half court, they feel like they barely got it across in time, so they have to rush, and then they take a bad shot. And that was what they just had on that last offensive possession.
Santa Maria tipped the inbound, so they got another shot at it to Jefferson. They get the ball in, eventually to Kylie Prout, who gets 2 points up and in. It's 16-9.
And that was a good shot. So, see the half-court execution is good when they're not feeling the pressure.
Ball gets to the left corner. They try to get it into Bradley on the block. Deflected. Martinsburg keeps it, though. Serenity Ritchie gets the ball top of the key. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Bradley. Puts it on the ground. Throws it up. Or, excuse me, that is Strovel. Try to get it in to Martin. Her shot's no good. Ball ends up out of bounds. Stays with the Bulldogs. Second quarter on TV 10, brought to you in part by Orsini's Home Store. Not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way, Martinsburg, or Orsini's.com. 3-pointer from Santa Maria is no good, and it's rebounded by Jefferson. Grace Dodson takes it up after getting the rebound herself. Pulls up from 3. Too strong Off the left side, rebounded by Santabria. Now she brings it up the court. Walks over the Bulldog logo. At half court, pass it over to Martin. And they go back to Santabria, swinging around to the right wing for Ritchie. Now the right corner for Underwood. She takes a three, but it's sent right back into her face by Prout. Here comes Jefferson the other way. Jasmine Taylor off the square of the backboard and in. Jasmine Taylor makes it 16-11.
Yeah, nice move by Taylor again. In transition, she's one of the best in the EPAC.
4 minutes exactly until the half now. Bulldogs working the ball around the outside on their end of the floor.
And Jefferson's cut it to 5, so they're not out of it at all.
Go to Underwood, right corner. She drives in past Ritchie, puts it up. No good, too strong. Rebound ends up back to Martin, though. Give it over to Ritchie. She tries to drive in. Loses the control of it as she tries to put up a shot. Here comes Jefferson. Get it across half court. And Santabria pokes it away. Tries to save it out of bounds. Can't quite do it. It'll stay with the Cougars for now with 3:31 until the half. We'll get Bradley and Green checking back in for Martinsburg, and we'll get a timeout as well. So we'll take a 30-second break with them. This is EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Our second quarter on TV 10 is brought to you in part also by Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate President and Lieutenant Governor, a fiscal and social conservative. He's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. Re-elect Craig Blair in 2024. 16-11. With 3:31 left to go until halftime. Jefferson with the ball down 5 against Martinsburg, trying to create some offense. Can't quite do it. That shot from Godson's too strong. Almost a rebound by Strovel, but they end up on the floor and create a jump ball, I believe. That is the call. Possession arrow stays with Jefferson. Inbound by Sampson over to the left corner. That's Ivy Rodriguez. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Hoyler. Put up another shot. Rebounded again by the Cougars. They'll throw this one into the block, trying to get it to Hoyler again, but this one's stolen away. And Underwood had the steal and started swinging around with the ball, and we end up drawing a foul out of it. So that one goes against Ivy Rodriguez, her first. Underwood will check out after that. It's Irving coming back in. 3 minutes left until halftime. Here comes Green bringing the ball up the court. Get it to Martin, now to Bradley. Jefferson still in their 3-2 zone. Irving back to Bradley now at the left wing. She'll take the three, and they'll call a travel as she tried to set her feet for the shot. Seemed like the right call. Happened right in front of the official and Coach Smith for Jefferson.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dylan. That definitely looked like the right call.
Just a little bit of a shuffle of the feet as she tried to.
I don't think she knew exactly what she wanted to do.
Yeah, she didn't want to dribble. She wanted to just take a set shot, but then wasn't quite where her feet wanted to be, I think. And so we'll get a travel the other way. Well, against Jefferson, against Hoyler. Both teams struggling to put up a whole lot of offense. Only 16 points for the Bulldogs with their 5-point lead.
But this is the kind of game that Jefferson needed if they wanted to stand a chance.
For sure.
Now, Martinsburg at times has been a much better team in the second half.
Get the ball to Bradley at the free throw line. Takes 2 dribbles. Passes it to the right corner for Green, and she dribbles it off of Jefferson out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Bulldogs with 2:16 left to go until halftime. Green goes left corner for Martin. She'll take the three. No good. Bradley tips it out to Green. Now get it back to Bradley for her efforts. No good. Rebounded by Strovel, and she'll draw the foul. Another one against Brooke Allen.
And Bradley there kind of faded away from contact. If she goes up and in, she's probably drawing a foul and increases her chances of making the shot.
First free throw from Strovel is good. Shouldn't have called that another foul on Brooke Allen. It's only her first personal. She's been involved in other whistled plays here so far, but only her first personal foul. 2:07 left to go. First free throw from Strovel being made. It makes it 17-11. Now Strovel's second is no good, but it bounces out to Santabria. So it stays with the Bulldogs. She'll get out of the jam, throwing it to Irving. And it'll go out of bounds, tipped by Taylor, so it'll stay with Martinsburg again.
I mean, I do suppose, Dylan, that is another foul on Brooke Allen in her life. May not be another foul in this game, but she's fouled before, I'm sure.
It'd be really something, really impressive if she had the first foul she's ever committed in the basketball game. She is a junior after all. That shot by Bradley, no good, as they got the ball into her in the paint. And I think we'll get a loose ball foul on the rebound against Martinsburg. I believe that one's on
Chloe Irvin.
Yes, Chloe Irvin.
That is another one on her.
That is another one on her. That's her second. 1:42 before the half. Here comes Jefferson across the line. Taylor was in a bit of a trap there. Got it out to Dodson, though. Her long two-point jumper's no good. It's rebounded by Gideon. Now Gideon will push the pace.
Not a high percentage shot.
She'll get it over to Santabria. Now Bradley open from three-point range, and they'll call her for the travel again. She doesn't like that call. That one I wasn't so sure about. It felt like she took two steps. No, the second step was her stepping into the shot. So maybe there was a slight third step there before that as she caught the ball. Seems like a little bit of a stickler call to me on that one in particular, but on the other end, Jefferson comes around. We get a jump ball, and we'll go right back to Martinsburg.
Yeah, I mean, it was similar to what she had done earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You may be right that it was more of her stepping into the shot. I did think that maybe she shuffled her foot when she caught the ball initially.
I think that's what they probably called her on. Martinsburg will break the press. Cross half court. Bradley over to Ritchie inside. Puts it up with the left hand, and that one's good. First 2 points of the night for Serenity Ritchie. Makes it 19-11 with 50 seconds until halftime. Here comes a trap the other way by Martinsburg. And before they get in too much trouble, it's another timeout from Coach Damon Smith. We'll take the break with them for 30 seconds. This is EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
19-11, Martinsburg over Jefferson is our score with under a minute left until halftime. There's another timeout there by Jefferson to try to avoid a turnover on the trap in the backcourt. The inbound here. It was Dodson inbounding to Taylor, then they go right back to Dodson. Now here comes Jefferson working some half-court offense. Another trap from Martinsburg. Dodson gets out of the jam by passing to Taylor. Taylor drives in, almost gets the bounce and the friendly roll into the basket, but it's no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Here comes Irving over to Santabria on the break, trying to get things going. Bradley, three-pointer. No travel on that one, but it's no good. Rebounded by Ritchie. Ball pops out of her hand. Back to Bradley, 12 seconds until halftime. The hold for the last shot here. 8 seconds on the clock. Santa Maria with the ball. Get it over to Irving, and it hits off of Jefferson on the tip. Out of bounds with 4.7 seconds left until halftime. Irving inbounds it to Ritchie. Now over to Gideon. Pass stolen by Allen, and she'll just sort of sit on the ball as the last second elapses off the clock, and we hit halftime. With our score 19-11, Martinsburg leading Jefferson. Bulldogs trying to improve to 4-0 in EPAC play. Jefferson trying to get their first win overall on the season. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show. This is EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from one location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
19-11 Martinsburg versus Jefferson here at halftime. Bulldogs with the lead over the Cougars. So we bring you into the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show, brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Nick, quick thoughts on this one so far after one half?
I think there's still moments where Martinsburg at times looks like one of the best teams in the conference, but they also have their moments where they struggle to do that consistently enough against some of these teams, and that's why you see the closer game here at halftime. Jefferson, I think, has had some decent shots. They've had some fast break opportunities, which have kept the game or kept them competitive so far. But I think Martinsburg just focuses on their shot selection and continues to use their defense to their advantage. They should be fine here tonight, even if it ends up being a closer, low-scoring game. So that's kind of my first half takeaways. I think there's definitely some good things on each side, but a lot of sloppiness still, and we're still recovering too from the snow let off and all that. So
good point. Well, with that, let's get you our first half stats, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. This one will not take long. There's only 30 total combined points between both teams. Martinsburg, it's Cadence Bradley leading the way with 9. It's 3 points from Addie Strovel and from Chloe Irving, and 2 from Serenity Ritchie and from Tiana Sanabria. On the Jefferson side, Jasmine Taylor leads the way with 4, Grace Dodson with 3, Kylie Prout and Cameron Sampson each throwing in 2 points to make it 19-11 at the half. Let's take a 2-minute break. And you'll hear from Colin McLaughlin back in the studio with the N1 Halftime Scoreboard Show. This EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
The W.B. Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg clinics have moved to a new location. Our R&I team has moved to a larger custom-designed suite on the third floor of the Spring Mills Medical Office Building at 61 Campus Drive. R&I teams now located in the new Spring Mills office include physical medicine and rehabilitation, neurosurgery, and neurology. We look forward to welcoming patients at this new location in Spring Mills. For more info, call 304-596-5038.
Kick off the new year in a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get up to $2,200 off MSRP on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Camry and get up to $3,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome into the And1 Halftime Scoreboard Show on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10. Colin McLaughlin here. At the half, it is the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs leading the Jefferson Cougars by a score of 19-11. Let's now take a look around the NBA with some scores. We'll keep the local team first here as the Washington Wizards in action as we speak. At home against the Timberwolves. It's the Timberwolves leading 69-66 in the third. The Hornets and the Pistons are in action. The Pistons lead by 3, 79-76 in the third. In the second, it's the Grizzlies 47, the Heat 39. The Rockets and the Trailblazers are in a one-point game, 29-28 in that one. And it's the Bucks leading the Cavs 32-27 in the first. In NCAA Division I, men's hoops, number 8 Auburn currently trailing at Alabama 35-28 in the first half. Number 22 Florida Atlantic leads Rice by a score of 15-13 in the first half. So that wraps things up here on the And1 Halftime Scoreboard Show. Again, our score at the half: Martinsburg 19, Jefferson 11 here in EPAC girls basketball action. We'll step aside, take another 2-minute break, and then send it back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse with Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the Committee to Re-elect Craig Blair.
Hi, Cresha Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time, and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. We get the whistle right on time for the start of the second half. 19-11. Martinsburg leads Jefferson.
Great execution by Colin back in the studio.
Perfectly timed. Yeah. Halftime scoreboard show. Jefferson, ball inside. Cutting inside is Sampson. The assist from Hoyler puts 2 points on the board. It's 19-13.
Well, Coach Smith, here's a turnover.
Ball goes off the foot of Chloe Irving. Here comes Jasmine Taylor the other way. Her layup's too strong, but rebounded by Sampson. Her shot's also no good, rebounded by Irving. But it goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with Martinsburg.
Coach Smith has to be happy with that execution to start the second half. You would imagine they drew that play up with the backdoor cut off a screen at the half. So worked out really well. And for a young team to be able to execute like that shows the potential and the growth of your team.
Inbounded to Cadence Bradley. No good. She tries to put up the turning hook shot. They'll get it out to Sampson. She leaked out past everybody. Her shot's no good. Jefferson stays with it, though. Ball in the left corner for Prout. They go over to Martin. She gets the steal. Passed her right to Martinsburg, and now she's fouled on the other end by Dodson. Haley Martin, one of the 4 starting seniors out of the 6 that Martinsburg has. No points so far tonight, and her first free throw won't change that. That one's no good. Down to 6:44 left in the third quarter. Second free throw from Martin is up and good. So now into the score column is Haley Martin. Martinsburg still bringing the pressure. Jefferson breaks it, gets it across half court. Dodson will have it at the top of the key. Martinsburg in their own 3-2 zone, just like Jefferson's been in. Jasmine Taylor swings it from right wing to left, tries to at least for Sampson, throws it over Sampson's head and out of bounds into the Jefferson bench.
Yeah. That's probably a good decision by Martinsburg to go to the zone, mix some things up, but Jefferson now going to the press. They're 1-2, 1-2.
Martinsburg,
1-1, sorry.
Martinsburg breaks their own pressure from Jefferson, gets it across. Bradley inside is fouled.
Math was a struggle for me there.
You got there.
Counting to 5 can be difficult.
Foul is called on Sylvia Prout, her second foul. Bradley will go to the free throw line. First one is no good off the front of the rim. 9 first half points for Cadence Bradley, leading all scorers by a pretty significant margin. Next closest is Jefferson's Jasmine Taylor, which is 4. No one else has reached 4 points here tonight, and now Bradley hits double digits.
Yeah, she's been a problem for Jefferson all night, when she's been able to execute well. Good break of the press there from Jefferson. They've had some issues with it at times.
21-13 now after the free throw by Bradley. Sampson, right corner. Gets it out to Taylor, top of the key. Now to Dodson in the left wing. She gets trapped near the sideline. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover.
I'm a little surprised Martinsburg doesn't do that more. A little bit of a half-court trap with their length, especially if the ball goes into the corner. And, the length will make it almost impossible to get a pass off, and there Dodson just kind of got stuck.
Martinsburg gets past the timeline. Thrown up a shot was Santa Bria. No good. Rebounded by Kylie Prout. Here comes Jefferson the other way. Taylor puts a layup up. No good. A little too strong. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Haley Martin.
Well, I was saying slow down on a 2-on-3, but Jasmine Taylor, with her quickness and ability to finish at the rim, nearly made me regret my words.
Richie Irving dribbles over to the top of the key, and they'll get a moving screen called against Martinsburg. Cadence Bradley called for it, and she's going to check out. Addie Strovel will come in. It's only the first foul against Bradley.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So I was a little bit surprised that they took her out, but maybe just her time in the rotation.
Comes Jefferson the other way. Jasmine Taylor tries to kick it inside to Sampson. Now the ball rolls around the court. Chloe Irving tries to find Richie. It goes out of bounds, though.
Good pass from Jasmine Taylor to Sampson underneath. I was a little bit surprised they didn't pull the trigger on the shot. Maybe she was worried about it getting blocked, but good luck from Taylor.
4:44 in the third quarter. Taylor has it poked away by Tiana Santabria. Here she comes on the fast break the other way. And Dodson gets there to contest the shot, but Chloe Irving's there for the follow. Makes it 23-13 as Irving gets in two more. Comes Sampson the other way, pass half court. Dumps it off. Kylie Prout, shot no good. Sampson gets it back, though. Her shot's also no good. Santabria ends up with it. Here they come. Going the other way are the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Martin. She puts up a shot with the left hand and is fouled. Third quarter here on TV 10, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. And by Smallwood & Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. First free throw is missed by Martin. We'll get a couple substitutions. Richie and Santabria come out for the Bulldogs. And we'll get Jordan Green and Cadence Bradley back in. Quick stint on the bench for Bradley. Second free throw from Martin is good. So just like her first trip to the line, misses the first and makes the second. And Martin will check out after that as well. Kayla Nelson comes in. Still full court pressure from Martinsburg. Jefferson tries to throw it across half court. It's tipped by Strovel out of bounds.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the press isn't always designed to force turnovers, but if it speeds you up and makes you take bad shots or makes bad passes, then essentially it is a turnover or you get a short possession.
Two missed shots by Prout and Hoyler there for Jefferson. Martinsburg comes the other way. Jasmine Taylor pokes the ball out of bounds from Green. 24-13. 3:46 left in the third quarter. Ball's inbounded to Nelson. They'll work it around the right side from Green to Bradley. A little bit of a trap there. Pass intercepted, but then out of bounds. Dodson tried to get it, but kind of ran into the Martinsburg bench as she was doing it, out of bounds. Too much momentum going that way. To save it, the ball stays with the Bulldogs. Green, now Bradley, right corner. No one comes out on her. She takes the three, and she hits it. Bradley, three more up on the board, makes it 27-13. And we get an and one on the other end. Pass there to Dalen Hoyler. Make it 15 up on the board for the Cougars with a chance to make it 16 to cut the lead to 11 with 3:17 left in the third. And she completes the three-point play.
Yeah, still a lot of basketball left to be played. With the lack of overall offense, this 11-point lead feels like a lot more than what it is.
Jefferson gets a steal. Jasmine Taylor left open for three on the left wing. No good. Rebounded by Hoyler. Her shot blocked by Addie Strovel. Now here comes Martinsburg with the ball the other way. Nelson will hold the ball at the top of the key. Martinsburg trying to run some offense. They'll get it over to Strovel in the right block. Throws up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Hoyler. At Jefferson, with just 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter, down by 11. And, we get an attempt by Chloe Irving to try to intercept the pass as she makes contact with Taylor along the way. So they'll call the foul on Irving, her third. And we'll get a bit of a line shift from the Bulldogs. Not quite 5 in, 5 out. 3 in, 3 out. As Green, Strovel, and Nelson head to the bench. Now we'll get Gideon coming in at the next timeout. Next stoppage of play as Jefferson misses a shot, rebounded by Serenity Ritchie. Here comes Martinsburg the other way. Santa Bria dribbles out from the left wing back to the top of the key. Get ready to run some offense. Martin, Bradley, now to Irving. She dribbles around, looking for an opening. The ball ends up left corner, now left block for Ritchie, and the ball rolls, rides to the left side of the rim, and then falls in with the foul. 3-point play opportunity for Serenity Ritchie, as it's now 29-16. Martinsburg back up to a 13-point lead. 4 points on the night for Ritchie.
Yeah, every once in a while, again, Martinsburg shows these flashes of really good offensive execution. There's some great passes. Ritchie gets good positioning and finishes through tough contact.
Completing the 3-point play is Ritchie. Make it 30-16. Coming the other way now is Sampson. Throws that one up. No good. But Martinsburg's sticking with that one for the rebound eventually. They'll give it to Anaya Gideon to start running the offense. Guarded closely by Sampson. She'll get it over to Martin. Now to the free throw line for Bradley. She puts up a jumper. No good. Attempt at the rebound was first made by Santa Bria. Coming in from behind was Kylie Prout, knocking the ball out of bounds. Ball stays with Martinsburg. Inbound by Martin to Bradley. Her 2-point jumper's no good. Grace Dodson with the rebound. With 1:20 left in the third quarter. Dodson with a big pass across the court to Sampson. Now another one from Taylor over to Allen. Jump shot no good. Rebounded by Ritchie. Here comes Gideon the other way with it. Guarded closely the entire length of the court by Sampson. Now to Santa Bria. Over to Ritchie. A little over her head. Tipped off the fingers. Out of bounds. Martin tried to save it. Couldn't quite get there. So now Jefferson down 30-16. Will get the ball back with 53.6 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Martinsburg has had a really good third quarter.
Just 5 points up in the third quarter for Jefferson. And there's a shot from Kylie Prout to make it 7 points in the quarter over Cadence Bradley. The freshman Kylie Prout with 4 points. Actually ties her for the team lead right now with Taylor and Sampson. Gideon trapped in the corner, able to get rid of it. Santa Bria, underhanded layup, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, but it'll stick on the Bulldogs side. Martin will inbound. Throws it to the top of the key for Gideon. 18 seconds left in the quarter. See Martinsburg holds for the last shot. What offense they can run. Ritchie now with the ball. 10 seconds left. Still passing the ball around the outside. Over to Gideon, right wing. 3, no good. Rebounded by Sampson. She'll try to get a shot off. 2 seconds from half court. Throws one up. No good. And that's the third quarter buzzer. And we'll go into the fourth with the score 30-18. Martinsburg leading Jefferson. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back for the last 8 minutes. This is EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Back here for the fourth quarter. The Martinsburg Fieldhouse. It's 30-18 Bulldogs over Cougars. EPAC girls action. Here's Martinsburg. If they keep things up, will improve to 4-0 in the EPAC. 8-2 overall in the season. And Jefferson would drop to 0-10 overall and stay winless in EPAC play. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 as we get a foul called against Jefferson early on. That one's going to be against Grace Dodson, her third. So now Martinsburg with their 12-point lead will inbound the ball in the backcourt to Santa Bria. She'll be able to bring it up to the other side. A dump inside, attempted by Martin for Gideon. Deflected by Jefferson, out of bounds. Stick with Martinsburg.
There was one other game going on tonight in EPAC. Hedgesville was taking on Wakefield Wakefield Country Day. So not certain on the score of that one, but
inbounded to Ritchie. She's fouled on her shot attempt. Be 2 free throws for Serenity Ritchie, who's got 5 points on the night so far. Kendall Vickers, freshman for Jefferson, checked in for the first time as Dodson went to the bench with 3 fouls.
Possibly a Matt Vickers relation there, baseball player. Ty Vickers.
Certainly possible. First free throw from Ritchie was no good. Second one is good. So make it 6 points total overall for Ritchie. Make it 31-18. And Gideon on the other side deflects a pass from the backcourt up to the front court and then gets the steal. Ball didn't quite go out of bounds. She had a little bit of time to get there. Keep it in. We have an officials timeout. 7:13 left to go.
If you are playing music from your phone, please turn it down and turn it off. If you are playing music from your phone, please turn it down and turn it off. Thank you.
We had an officials timeout to ask the crowd that if you're playing music on your phone, to please stop. I guess it was loud enough down at the court that it was distracting the official.
Yeah. Was that you, Dylan?
It wasn't me. You would have heard it. You would have heard it up here on the speakers, I believe.
Depending on
or
where your
through our
phone
microphones, you know.
Depending on where your phone is.
Mine is right in front of me, so.
You have more than one phone.
One for the plug and one for the load? Here comes Jefferson the other way. Shot's no good. Santa Bria brings the ball across with 6:45 left to go in this game. 31-18 Martinsburg, and she has a clean lane to the basket, but smokes the layup. Here comes Jefferson the other way. Jasmine Taylor stops on a dime, tries to shoot the shot. No good. Rebounded by Jefferson. Sampson kicked the ball out to Vickers, and now we'll get a timeout taken by Coach Smith. 6:21 left to go. It's 31-18. We'll take a 30-second break with them. This EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you are certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time, and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Fourth quarter here on TV 10, brought to you in part by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons, and by the Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state, they have you covered. After the timeout, Jefferson inbounds the ball. Working some offense, down by 13 points. With only 18 to show for the whole game, they have to get some offense going. Kendall Vickers pulls up from long two, is fouled as she takes her shot. Call that foul against Haley Martin. So it'll be 2 free throws for the freshman.
Be interested to see if Martinsburg goes to their, well, now they're not calling it a shooting foul. It'll be interesting to see if Martinsburg goes to their, I guess, big lead, hold the ball offense. They really executed it well against Hedgesville. Depends on the defense, I think, that Jefferson comes out with, but if Jefferson goes to the zone, you might see that. If they're in man, then you'd probably avoid it because it wouldn't be nearly as effective.
Jefferson still working the ball around the outside. Sampson, Dodson, left wing, three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Gordon. She'll dribble the ball back out and picks up her dribble, almost travels, doesn't quite though. Gets it over to Sampson. Now to Vickers, now she's right at the sideline. Trap, and it works. Ball stolen by Gideon. Gets it out to Santa Bria. Her layup is blocked, but not without contact. Grace Dodson came in from behind trying to get the chase down block, but she hit the arm on the way up. Or the way down, from her perspective. So that's fourth foul on Grace Dodson. Santa Bria with just 2 points on the night. Those 2 points came in the first half. Her first free throw gets the friendly bounce and goes in. Serenity Ritchie will check out. Ava Underwood will check in for the Bulldogs. 5:25 left to go in this one. It's 32-18. Martinsburg with the lead and make it 33-18. As Santa Bria goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Martinsburg still showing some of that full court, three-quarter court trap look. Jefferson beats it, ends up with an easy layup at the right block for Devin Gordon. Her first 2 points. 33-20 with 5 minutes left to go in this one. Martinsburg will break Jefferson's press the other way. Martin with a handoff to Santa Bria. She finds an opening, gets to the left block, puts up a floater that goes in. So quickly, Santa Bria has gotten 4 points, back-to-back possessions, after being scoreless for the second half. And on the other way, Jefferson comes up empty. Working the ball down low is Underwood to Strovel, and one.
There's been a few times here tonight where Martinsburg's broken the press and then gotten it inside to either Strovel or Bradley, and when they've been able to do that, it's just such a tough mismatch. And both of them have their moves in the post where they're able to score when catching the ball, and that time just beautifully executed by the Bulldogs and Addison Strovel, winning that matchup like the Martinsburg has pretty much won the post matchups all night.
Free throw to complete the three-point play is good. Make it 38-20. Coming the other way is Gordon trying the up and under layup. And I believe they're calling the foul on the shot.
Yep.
Ava Underwood, I believe, is called for the foul there.
Yeah, her first.
So with 4:20 to go, 20 points on the board for Jefferson. It'll stay that way after Gordon's first free throw attempt. Gordon does have 2 points on the night. Scored just a minute ago. She'll put up her third point on the second free throw, make it 38-21. Ball's inbounded to Underwood. Now Santa Bria has it, brings it across the timeline, guarded by Taylor. She'll try to drive in, kicks it out to the left corner, but that pass is intercepted by Vickers. And Taylor bringing it up the court, has the ball deflected out from behind and out of bounds by Underwood. But the ball will stay with the Cougars. 3:59 left to go. Get a couple substitutions for Martinsburg. Hit Martin and Strovel out. Green and Bradley in. It's a big-time win for Martinsburg if they hold on, improving to 4-0 in EPAC play. As we've mentioned before, they still have yet to play against the teams that we might consider the other top two, if Martinsburg is not considered part of the top two in the EPAC, in Washington and Musselman.
Yeah, I really feel like it's hard to make a judgment on those three teams right now because to this point the only matchup we saw between Washington, Musselman, and Martinsburg is the one we just saw the other night. It was a pretty competitive game too, so not a whole lot separating those three. And I guess you could argue Hedgesville's still in there, but the way they performed in conference hasn't really suggested that, even though overall they've been better than Jefferson and Spring Mills. So it feels like a 2.5, 3-team race if Martinsburg can get in there as well. I would still, at this point, put Musselman ahead because I feel like overall they've been more impressive, but Martinsburg has a team that is a very tough matchup.
Free throw is made by Jefferson to make it 38-22. On the other end here, Jordan Green draws a foul, and we'll get 2 free throws of her own.
So, you know, with the height they have and their press and their defensive ability, that can be enough to throw off any team. So I'm really intrigued to see how this team matches up with the rest of the EPAC. We've seen them kind of dominate the bottom three. What are they going to do against Musselman and Washington, I think will be interesting to see because they're very different from those teams with their height. So
Green goes 0 for 2 from the line. Martinsburg will get 2 regular season matchups with Musselman. They'll play at Musselman on February 3rd. The game moved because of the weather in the past week. That'll be a Saturday. And then February 15th, the Applemen will come here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. As Jasmine Taylor gets in the lane, her shot attempt's no good. It's rebounded by Gordon. Her shot also no good. Another rebound by Jefferson. Rebounded by Sampson. Now back to Gordon. Shot off the glass is no good. Underwood comes down with the rebound and then is tripped up by Gordon for the foul. And then Martinsburg will also get 1 regular season matchup with Washington. That'll be February 6th. So that'll actually be 2 games in a row at Musselman versus Washington for the Bulldogs. And this weekend, Martinsburg and Jefferson will go down as we get Santa Bria limping around off the court as the free throws attempt to come. Well, let's take a 30-second break as I think they work out, hopefully just some cramps with Santa Bria. This is EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We're back here with 3:01 left to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Martinsburg leads Jefferson 38-22. The fourth quarter. Tiana Santa Bria now being helped up off the court. The way they were working on her, we'll hope it was just cramps, but she's walking off the court. Cramps can be very painful. It can come across as a serious injury sometimes from the outside looking in.
Yeah, for sure. Underwood didn't get enough arc on her shot. You can see Coach Fitzpatrick telling her that down there. We used to say, reach into the cookie jar when you're shooting your free throws. She got the cookie that time.
1 for 2 from the line. Make it 39-22. That's a first point of the night for Ava Underwood. And we'll get a foul on Underwood the other way. I believe that should be her second. And it is. 2:55 left to go. Still a 17-point lead for Martinsburg.
One thing that's always good to see from Coach Fitzpatrick is he's always coaching. No matter what the score is, he always has something to tell his team.
Jefferson, ball inside. Trying to get it out. It ends up being stolen by Jordan Green. She tries to come the other way with it. Try to dump it off to Underwood. Out of bounds. The ball will go back to Jefferson. Martinsburg's next games coming up will be this weekend as they go to St. Albans for a tournament where they'll play against Woodrow Wilson and Riverside. Ball's blocked by Bradley here with 2:15 left to go, and then ball's dribbled out of bounds off the foot of Sampson, so it'll go back to Martinsburg. Jefferson and Washington will both be down at St. Albans for that one. Washington will play Oak Hill on Saturday. Friday. They'll play Oak Hill on Friday. Spring Valley on Saturday.
Yeah, that tournament's been going on for a while, I believe, or mixer, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And usually some good competition. Obviously, the other end of the state, you have a lot of different programs that are toward the top.
Jefferson, looks like they'll be playing South Charleston on Friday and Woodrow Wilson on Saturday.
So it's a great opportunity for the EPAC to try to show this year that they have some teams that can compete with the rest of the state, that they deserve when they get to Charleston a respectable ranking. Because as we know, the Eastern Panhandle has struggled to get a good seed, especially in girls basketball, but also in boys. And so far that's proven to be kind of correct
Justified.
on the girls' side. Yeah.
2 points from Sampson as she puts up a floater from mid-range in the paint.
And the boys,
39-24.
The boys, it's kind of 50-50, depends on the year. But the girls' teams have struggled in Charleston. So, can they go down there to St. Albans, gain some respect from the voters, and play a big role? Because so far there's no EPAC teams on the girls' side in the top 10 in either of the major polls. So nobody's really viewing Musselman or Washington or Martinsburg as an elite team this year.
Tough layup made by Kayla Nelson for her first 2 points of the night. On the other end, jump shot by Sylvia Prout is no good. Exactly 1 minute left to go in this one. It's 41-24. Martinsburg leading Jefferson. Ball inbounded by Green into Bradley. She tries to put up the shot. It's no good, just a little too strong, and rebounded by Allen. And still hustling, even with under a minute left to go, is Anaya Gideon to force the jump ball after Jefferson gets the rebound. Brooke Allen fell on the floor with it. Scoring has been tough to go around tonight. Cadence Bradley, though, led the way with 13 as the ball is inbounded to her. She's going to try to make it 15. And, no good. Rolled around on the rim a little bit. Nearly had it. Ball rebounded by Jefferson. And now a steal the other way. Bradley gets it. Throws it soccer-style throw-in. Up to Underwood, who misses, gets the rebound, and puts it back in. Make it 43-24. With 28.9 seconds left, we'll get a stoppage, a foul on Kayla Nelson. And we're in the bonus on both sides. So it'll be 2 free throws for Jasmine Taylor, who was the leading scorer for the Cougars at halftime with 4 points. So far, that has changed. She's yet to put herself in the scoring column in the second half. She's been surpassed as the team leader in points by sophomore Cameron Sampson, who's up to 7 on the night. Taylor's first free throw is no good. And tough sledding in the scoring all around for Jefferson. So her second free throw is also no good. Rebounded by Maya Williams, who's checked in for the first time. 22 seconds left in this one. Gideon dribbles the ball out. Nelson, ball tips off of her hands. They're going to have to call a backcourt violation. She tried to save it. Couldn't quite do it. 16 seconds left. Jefferson likely getting one more shot at putting some points up on the board. Ball inbounded to Vickers. Her three-pointer's no good. Rebounded by Nelson. 10 seconds to go. Jefferson still playing close defense. Nelson picks up the ball. And Sampson just grabs it for a jump ball. So 5.3 left. Jefferson does get the ball one more time. Inbounded to Allen. Her shot's blocked by Bradley. Nelson gets it, holds on to the ball, and there's the final buzzer. And Martinsburg gets the 43-24 win over Jefferson. They improved to 8-2 on the year, 4-0 in EPAC play. Jefferson still winless on the season, now falling to 0-10 overall on the year, and 0-4 within the region. A few less in play. They will fall to 0-4 in the EPAC, as they've now had losses. 0-5. As they've now lost twice to Martinsburg, once to Musselman, once to Washington, and once to Spring Mills. And we'll go down Nick Verzolini with Coach Fitzpatrick.
We're down here with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Coach, congratulations on the win. What did you take away from this one here initially?
It's a good win. Any win that you can get in sectional and regional play is good. It moves us to 4-0 in the area, and that's big. So every one of them, it was a hard-fought battle, but every win that you can get in the region is good.
With this win, it looked like Cadence Bradley was really doing her thing offensively and on the defensive end. But for your team, it all starts with the defense, and a lot of good performances out there for your team, especially when you're able to get out and run and use your height to your advantage down low. So just what were your thoughts, I guess, on the defense and how that led to easy offense for you tonight?
Yeah, well, I think we set the tone at the beginning of the game, playing good, sound defense. We moved our feet. We were able to force some turnovers. We got to clean up some things offensively. There were some opportunities where we just could have made an extra pass or made a cleaner pass, and then it makes the game a little bit easier. But I'm extremely proud of the effort because where we've come from and where we are now is night and day. The girls are really starting to understand, and I'm excited. I'm extremely proud of them.
Coach, moving forward, I know got some big games coming up this weekend at St. Albans. What are some things you're looking forward to at those challenges and playing some teams in the state as well?
Yeah, and that's just it. We get to go see some other teams in the state. We get some good exposure. There's probably 15, 20 teams down there. You got, some of the top teams in the state will be there. So we get to see some of them. We get to go against some other state opponents and hopefully put our name on the map.
All right, Coach, thank you for the time and good luck.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. See you next week.
All right, thank you to Nick and Coach Fitzpatrick. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have the post-game show. This has been EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from one location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Hi, Cresha Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome into the Palace Lounge post-game show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here with you. Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. It's a 43-24 win for Martinsburg over Jefferson. Nick, just talked to Coach Fitzpatrick. What's your final thoughts before we get into our stats and our awards for the game?
I thought he summed it up pretty well. The team has a lot of potential to get better, but where they were, especially 2 years ago before Coach Fitzpatrick took over, and where they are now, and just the improvement that they've made, and the fact that they're winning basketball games is the most important thing. The question will be for Martinsburg, I think, moving forward, how well can they compete with some of the better teams in the EPAC? How well can they compete with some of the better teams in the state? And they'll get to figure that out this weekend. But overall, you get a win, you get a double-digit point win, and a much better second half for this team. There's a lot to build on here with this win over Jefferson tonight.
All right, let's get you our post-game stats, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. For Martinsburg, it was Cadence Bradley leading the way with 13 points. Then next up was 3 players tied with 6 points: Addie Strovel, Serenity Ritchie, and Tiana Santabria. Chloe Irving threw in 5, Ava Underwood with 3, and Haley Martin and Kayla Nelson both came in with 2. On the Jefferson side, Cameron Sampson led the way with 7, and Jasmine Taylor had 4, Kylie Pratt had 4, 3 points each for Dalen Hoyler and Grace Dodson, and Devin Gordon as well. So those are your stats, and we'll get into our awards as well, starting with the rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced, certified technicians. Phone 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Nick, our rejection of the game.
It's got to be the one by Ava Underwood. I believe it was in the second quarter when she got up there and got that block. It was really impressive block, and yeah. That's my only rejection of the game. Not much else to say.
We noted it as it happened. Yeah. And now we'll go to our moment of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
I think it would have to be just that third quarter for Martinsburg and the way they came out to start the second half, especially the defense. But the offense really just getting the ball inside, using their height to their advantage. And I thought there was a few moments in the game where I think Serenity Ritchie had an and one. Addison Strovel had an and one. Cadence Bradley probably had one in there as well, and she made a couple threes. All that kind of coming in that third quarter where Martinsburg pulled away, established its dominance over this young Jefferson team, and found a way to get the win.
And finally, might be an easy choice here, our player of the game, brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer, 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, and Orsinis.com.
I think it's Cadence Bradley. I just feel like her impact on the game tonight on both ends of the floor was really felt. Probably had 4 or 5 blocks. You mentioned what she did offensively, just a good performance. And she can be one of the top players in the state, I feel like, when she's on her game and they use her correctly offensively with her height. So good performance here tonight from her, and she kind of was the reason why they got the win.
Well, there you go. Again, 43-24, Martinsburg gets the win over Jefferson in EPAC girls basketball. We'll say goodnight here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse from Aiden Sensabaugh on the camera, Nick Verzolini right here next to me. Given the analysis, I'm Dylan Bishop. Saying so long, good night. Hope you have a good rest of your Wednesday evening. And after this break, you'll hear from Colin McLaughlin back for the postgame and one scoreboard show. This has been EPAC Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I do. We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Jefferson, private wealth advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome into the And One post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Colin McLaughlin here as the Lady Bulldogs of Martinsburg get a 43-24 win over the Jefferson Cougars. Martinsburg 4-0 in the EPAC, now 8-3 overall. Jefferson falls to 0-10. Take a look at some NBA scores. It looks like the Timberwolves are going to hang out and beat the Wizards. Hold on with a 114-104 lead right now with a minute left in the fourth. Grizzlies are leading the Heat in the fourth as well, 82-73. That one still has 10 minutes left. In the third, the Trailblazers and the Rockets are tied up at 74 all. The Bucks lead the Cavs 79-62 in the third. Also in the second, it's the Mavs leading the Suns 48-32. An NCAA Division I top 25 action. It is Alabama still leading number 8 Auburn 57-54 in the second half. Number 22 Florida Atlantic leads Rice 49-39, and number 10 Illinois leads Northwestern 17-14. Number 14 Marquette leads DePaul 33-21. Number 23 Iowa State leads Kansas State 22-14. That wraps things up here. This has been West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Marius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Peretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.